to be honest, take all of these with a grain of salt. Hey there, my handsome and pretty little Cobras, and welcome back to the Cobras nest. For those who are here new, my name is Mignon Cobra and I make minimalism videos. So I was recently going through my analytics and I was kind of looking at my top ranking videos, and I noticed that my extreme minimalism videos are in the top 10. And while I myself am not much of a practicer of extreme minimalism, I know that is a really popular topic, and I know that a lot of people, if they're gonna do something, they're gonna do it well right off the bat. And I definitely agree with that. I think that sometimes we do need to go to the extremes and go through that journey to come out the other end and find that balance for ourselves. As somebody who's been doing minimalism for about 8 years, I have had my fair share of frugality and extreme minimalism, but I figured I want to give some healthy tips. So here we are, 6 tips on how to do extreme minimalism in a healthy way. Okay, number 1, wear the same clothes. So there's a period of time where I had a really strict uniform. I had enough clothes to only last me about 7 days, and then in the weekend I had to do laundry, and if I didn't, my clothes were done. So one of my recommendations is to narrow down the amount of clothes. I actually once saw one person was like, how come most minimalists target their wardrobe first? Picking your clothes out is a really taxing thing, and it happens earlier in the day, and the reason that people recommend this is because you don't want to run into decision fatigue. If you're struggling with what you want to wear, you're already using up your precious resources. So it's recommended that do one less decision, just wear the same thing over and over again so you can do more important things in your life. I know a lot of people argue, yeah, but there's a creative process. Yeah, totally, for sure. You can have a small amount and still have a creative process. I don't think that in extreme minimalism, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can definitely have a creative process and a small capsule wardrobe. Why not? Okay, number 2, try a low buy or try a no buy. So one of the things that's going to make your extreme minimalism journey a lot more tolerable is actually to stop buying. I was practicing extreme minimalism, I think in my 2nd year of minimalism, and I would buy and declutter, and at least for me, I did not enjoy that process of that constant cycle. It felt very wasteful, and I felt very depressed and guilty, and I felt a lot of anxiety in that type of cycle. So that is something that just did not suit me. So I actually found a lot more peace in just going cold turkey and just doing no buys and low buys. I'd go months on end, even years on end without buying certain items, and for me it definitely helped a lot make my minimalism or the extreme aspect of my minimalism a lot more tolerable. Number 3, so in line with that, I'd recommend to stop shopping going cold turkey. I think that if shopping is in the realm of an addiction for you, I think most addictions, heavier addictions, the remedy for that is to go cold turkey, like smoking, drinking, sugar. Obviously everybody's different, and do take this advice with a grain of salt. If you feel that doesn't work for you, please don't do it. Use common sense. Try it, and honestly, try it. If it doesn't work out, it's not the end of the world. Just bring it back in, try a more moderate approach. It's really totally up to you. I'm giving these tips in hopes that these more extreme tips are suitable for people who feel like they really do need that extra help, that more extreme, medication to hyperconsumption. Only you and only you alone know what is suitable for you. Okay, number 4, develop no shopping habits or hobbies. So for me, I couldn't really, at the time, since I was a minimalist, I felt like I couldn't have tools to do crafts. Currently, I draw a lot, so I actually have a lot of sketchbooks and pens and things like that. But at the time, the first habit that I developed that was outside the realm of shopping was actually just going into nature, because it seemed to me like the most natural pairing. It doesn't involve an accumulation of stuff. I could just go into nature, enjoy it, and then come back home. So that's what I did, but it's totally up to you. It's a fickle thing. Certain hobbies require tools, yada yada. It's like a whole gray zone, but I think the idea is that you can have a hobby, maybe working out, or has less consumption, because I think maybe on some level most hobbies do require shopping of some kind, but to the best of your abilities, figure out something that doesn't involve you buying a lot. I think could probably be a healthier solution to cutting the habit of shopping so much, if that's something that you're looking to do. Okay, number 5, live out of a bag. For me, in my extreme minimalism days, I lived out of a luggage. I had 2 luggages and I made everything fit in there. My circumstances at the time were I was living in a dorm room and I had a very tiny closet. It was a shared dorm room. It was only one room. So my closet, all my clothes and all of my possessions, not even just my clothes, even my own possessions had to fit in the luggage. So that was very digital nomad of me. I didn't really like the experience, I'll be honest, especially because I did it for a really long time. I did it for 5 years as an international student. I guess maybe a couple years is a bit suitable, but I think half a decade is kind of tiring, so I definitely do enjoy not having to do that anymore. but it was very convenient. There was plenty of times where I was so grateful that my stuff could fit in a luggage, because there was plenty of times I had to move quickly and move frequently. So if that is something that you're considering, a more digital nomad type of lifestyle, I think slowly curating your items to be able to fit in a luggage would probably be a good benchmark to reach if you're considering extreme minimalism. And the last tip that I'll give, number 6, is to pick wearing neutrals. This is a common theme within extreme minimalism, but I have seen some extreme minimalists who do wear a lot of funky colors. So take this one with a grain of salt. To be honest, take all of these with a grain of salt. But I have just seen and tried for myself that colors are easier to pair when they're the same family. So like creams, black, gray, beiges, grays. I think a lot of minimalists and essentialists, some of the things that we do, honestly, it just comes from a place of practicality. I think a lot of us are just lazy, and just wearing the same color, it may seem fashionable and extreme to people who are not minimalist, but when you're actually just doing it, you can just put on your clothes, and it's like, that's why the monochromatic look is so popular in recent years, just because it's like, it's just so simple and easy to do. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed those tips, and I have a lot more content on extreme minimalism. Just click the link down below, go and join my channel. I have about 400 videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.